Ah, good morning. Sorry we're late. Come in.
So you don't miss me at all, then? Morning. Anyone in?
Daniel. Hello, Daniel.
You know, everyone keeps going on about sex. It isn't just to do with sex.
What is it to do with?
I don't know. Closeness.
You're assuming that it's something disgusting.
Oh, well, I think we may be forgiven.
You're assuming that it's loathsome, so you've got to find some gross explanation for it, like abuse. It's not like that. I mean, Nat and I,
It's about being close. I'm so close. There's no barriers, not even skin, not even flesh.
You'd like Danny to leave now?
I want to stay, Mum. Ollie?
Oh, don't ask me. I'm bound to say the wrong thing.
I do know about sex, Dad. I'm older now than they were when they first started.
Any time you want to go, just get up and leave. So, okay. That first time, that night, that afternoon, whatever. You knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you knew it was wrong.
Yes.
Not just wrong in a moral sense. Wrong in a fundamental, absolute sense. Like murdering someone. Did it feel that frightening? That terrible?
Well, afterwards. Not at the time.
So you went on doing it?
Yes.
And did it go on feeling like you were doing something terrible?
Well, only when we thought about how other people would see it. That's why I tried to break away. That's why I married Martin.
And did you think you could make a marriage work?
Yeah, I did. In the beginning. We were both tried. And Nat really did love Jules.
Oh, I wanted to. I wanted to feel normal, but it didn't feel normal. It felt wrong.
More wrong than your relationship with your sister?
No, obviously not in the world's terms, but in ours.
How do you know it's so unusual?
Pardon?
Well, you said before it's very unusual for a relationship like ours to carry on after puberty. How do you know?
Well, statistically.
Well, they've done market research on it, have they? Excuse me, madam, are you currently sleeping with your brother? Oh, yes, I am. Oh, well then, would you mind answering the following intrusive questions for us?
If there was a lot of it going on out there, I think we'd know a bit.
Well, who's we?
Therapists, psychiatrists, sociologists.
Why? I mean, why would all these incestuous couples come along to see therapists if they're perfectly happy?
Are you happy?
Well, we were happy, yes.
Nat?
Yeah, until we decided we had to stop, yeah.
And having decided to stop, did you then become unhappy?
Yeah.
So what made you decide you had to stop? Because it felt so bad to go on breaking the most profound of all human taboos.
I thought that was cannibalism.
Was that the buzz? Doing something so bad that you made yourselves feel special?
Or was it more a case of sharing this dangerous and exciting secret in a house where secrets weren't allowed?
Look, secrets...
We can finally get round to talking about what we've come here to talk about.
Which is?
My children! I mean, look at them. Look at them after all we've been through, all the pain, all the promises that would stop, all the dragging up of the past, and all that terrible business. All that endless bloody talk. And for what? How much further on are we? You just can't stop, can you? You just can't stop. Even if you wanted to, you just can't. Is that why it hit you so hard?
What? Why what hit her so hard?
George.
It's okay, Mum, it doesn't matter now.
Yes, it does. It does matter. Because it wasn't just... I didn't realise. I didn't realise.
I wanted it so much, Mum.
I know.
Not just because I wanted a baby, but because it was Nat's baby. I love him. Oh, Mum, I had to get rid of it. I had to, didn't I?
You said it was negative.
I couldn't tell you, Nat.
Why not? It's me. You can tell me anything.
Because I knew how you felt. You told me over and over again.
That was when you'd been pregnant. It was like some sort of nightmare. You say these things, you don't mean them. I was a baby, George. It was my baby. You know, we could have sorted it out. We could have gone away, brought it up together.
We couldn't.
Yeah, we could have.
And what about all that stuff about sterilisation?
I was frightened.
I know.
I want to be with you. I don't care what happens. I want to be with you. Forever.
Forever.
Is any of this something you want to talk about?
I did it. It's finished.
Is it?
But I just want you all to know that it's not a decision I made easily.
Oh, that's comforting.
I would have had it if I could.
Even you, Georgia, even you cannot be so irresponsible. You'd think for 1 minute of bringing that child into the world.
I wish I had. I wish I'd had the guts.
You can't hold a baby responsible for the way it was conceived.
I don't hold the baby responsible for anything. I hold them responsible.
Well, I could have easily said it was someone else's. Only I was worried that there might be something wrong with it.
With the baby? Why should there be anything?
For God's sake.
Oh, what, you think all children born out of incestuous relationships are going to be congenital idiots? Come on, Dad, you've read every book in your shop. You know more about eugenics than that.
I don't think there would be any deformities, Dad. Not in the first generation, anyway. No more than a statistical average, anyway. There'd only be a problem if you went on and on into marrying. I looked it up.
Well, so did I, Dan. But I still couldn't take the risk.
All right. That's it. I've had enough. Oh, I've heard everything now. My 14-year-old son explaining to me why it's fine for his brother and sister to have a child together. And you don't seem particularly perturbed by it.
Ollie.
And before you say anything, I am not running away. I'm leaving now because this is not only counterproductive, it's macabre. We're getting nowhere.
Where do you want to get?
I want some answers!
I think you've got some answers, Ollie. You may not like them very much, but you've certainly got some.
That's just clever therapy speak. What answers? Okay, then, if you're so clever, you tell me. Why did my children start experimenting with each other? Why wouldn't they stop? Why won't they stop?
Why can't they stop?
Because no other relationship comes anywhere near it. We tried. We both tried. Anything else is just a pale imitation.
That's no answer, for God's sake!
Well, just maybe there are no answers. I mean, maybe we're a couple of genetic freaks or some kind of statistical blip or... I don't know.
Dad, there's no neat, pat explanation, all right?
We just are. Nat and Georgia. And if the rest of the world can't cope with that, well then...
Tough.
That if a man from Mars walked in here now, he'd think those two have 100% better chance of making it together than we have.
Dad, I've changed my mind.
Oh, Dad.
I want to go home.
Yeah, we're going now.
Everything was all right before. We were all happy before we knew.
Before we knew what?
About Nat and Georgia. Before we knew everything. Oh, Dad, that's no.
Hear your judgment on this nice, well-educated, middle-class family.